What's up, everybody? It's Zach the Van Man here in Salt Lake City, Utah with Simple Mobility Vans. We're just here talking about stretchers today. Let me show you. So today we're working with the Stryker Power-PRO stretcher. This stretcher can be operated with one employee by the push of a button. This particular stretcher has a weight limit of 650 pounds, and that can be lifted electronically with the provided battery. So when you're loading a stretcher, the first thing you want to do is you want to ensure the patient is lying flat. The other thing you want to do is you want to ensure that the stretcher is in the fully lowered position. Push this subtract button until the stretcher has fully lowered. Once again, you're going to remember the patient's head should be at the top of the stretcher. Their feet should be down here towards the back of the van. Now we're going to push the patient straight up into the van. So as you push the stretcher all the way up into the van, you want those wheels to go into the cradle of those antlers. You'll feel that lock in. Then you're going to come back here. You have this J hook. You want this pin on the stretcher to make contact with this hook, and it'll lock right in. So now we've successfully loaded the stretcher. It's secured with the J hook. The passenger seatbelts are on. We're going to go ahead and close up our van, lock down our ramp, and we'll go ahead and do our transport. All right, so we've arrived at our destination. Now we're going to go ahead and unload the stretcher. So we'll open our van, fully open the ramp. You're going to come and push this post forward, and it's going to release the J hook, and then you're going to pull the stretcher out. So we push forward, pull the stretcher to the side, and then we just back the stretcher out. Now, something that you might encounter when you're loading a stretcher into a wheelchair van is these rear wheels may pop up slightly off the wheelchair ramp. Now, the reason for that is the wheelchair ramp itself is not perfectly flat like the ground here next to us. Now, when the passenger is loaded on the stretcher, most of their weight is going to be in the center to the upper part of the stretcher. In order to get this pin on the stretcher to go safely into this J hook, you simply have to exert a little bit of upward pressure on the rear of the stretcher and push it to the left.